She said, "You don't care about me." And he got angry, frustrated, offended, wounded. But he didn't say that. Because men don't say, "That hurt." They say, "Are you serious right now?" And he snapped. He listed everything: the hours he works, the bills he pays, the cars he keeps running, the broken things he fixes without being asked, and the way he puts himself second, third, last. So she and the kids never have to go without. He reminded her that he doesn't run when things get hard, that he never cheated, never left, that he's still here, even on the days when everything inside him is begging to disappear. He said it all like a man on trial, defending his character to the one person he thought would never doubt it. Because in his mind, her words weren't a cry, they were an accusation, and he heard them loud. "You're not enough. You're not doing enough. You're not man enough." And that broke something he didn't even know was still breakable. But that wasn't what she meant, and he didn't know that, because no one ever taught him how to speak the language of emotion, only the language of duty. She doesn't see what he's carrying. She doesn't see the stress that never leaves his chest, the money pressure he pretends isn't eating him alive, the anxiety of always being the one everyone leans on, while he's silently buckling beneath it all. She doesn't see that the reason he's quiet at dinner isn't because he's cold, but it's because he's exhausted from fighting a world that only values him for what he produces. She doesn't see that he scrolls through job listings at 2 a.m. just to make sure he has a backup plan. That he started to type into Google, "Will my family be okay if I kill?" and quickly closed the tab before finishing, because admitting that felt like failure. She doesn't see that the man who used to touch her more now holds back, because every time she turns away it feels like punishment. And every time she says nothing, he convinces himself she stopped needing him. He doesn't know how to reach for her without being told he's too late, too cold, too nothing like the man she married. And now she's throwing sentences like grenades, hoping to feel something again to wake him up. But he's been awake the whole time, just quiet and tired and confused why everything he gives still doesn't feel like it's worth anything. Because he thought love was supposed to be simple: provide, protect, stay. She doesn't know that every time she says he's emotionally unavailable, he's fighting a war inside that says don't open up, don't be weak, don't need anything. She thinks he's cold. He's not. He's numb. Because when a man gives and gives and still feels unseen, he stops giving emotionally. He turns love into labor, presence into performance, and somewhere along the way, he forgets that he's allowed to feel too. She sees the things he does as things he'd have to do anyway. But she doesn't see the intent, the choice, the quiet prayers he makes for her safety, the way he checks the locks before bed like it's a love letter she never reads, the way he replays their arguments in his head at work, and the way he still carries her favorite photo in his phone even though she hasn't smiled at him like that in months. And now, he's questioning everything, and if it's enough, if he's enough, if being the provider, protector, and steady hand means anything at all, when the woman he loves looks him in the eyes and says, "You don't care about me." She doesn't realize that sentence was the one that finally broke him.